Without using your words, raise your hand if you are going to choose that matter disappears from an ecosystem. What about matter cycles through an ecosystem? All right, so we have a pretty clear answer, right? What happens to matter in an ecosystem? It cycles. It cycles. Very, very true. And we have learned this in multiple different ways using multiple things. Name examples of sources we have used so far. Don't explain the source, just tell me the source, okay? What's one thing that we have done? One activity, one thing we've used?
We used it's a, I forgot what it's called, it's a web.
Mm-hmm. The food web model?
Yeah, the food web.
I read an article about it.
We did. Yes, we read that article, Fighting for Scraps. Yes, the ocean ecosystem model. And so we have basically answered this question in multiple different ways, right? Using multiple different forms of resources. And to be answering this question, what happens to matter in the ecosystem? And we know the answer is that it cycles through by evidence in the text. For example, if we were going to, and I'll give you guys these, but if we were going to use the article, Fighting for Scraps, and say, I know that, or say, in the article, Fighting for Scraps, it says that decomposers break down matter and the nutrients goes back into the soil. Okay? And if you want to use a model and not just say, it shows that it cycles, which is basically not really, it gives you your claim, but it doesn't actually really state how or why. Mm-hmm. You could say something like, when an animal eats a plant, it gets matter from the plant. When a different animal eats that animal, it gets matter from that. When the animal dies, it begins to, or you can say scavenger, or it then goes to decomposers who break down that material and recycle it back into the soil. Right? You can do that in your own words, probably just by looking at it. Sometimes saying it out loud, just say what it's doing. It's not really like, you don't have to twist the words or try to like think of some hidden meaning. It just straight up facts. If we wanted to use the decomposition experiment that with the soil and such, how could we use that? How could we use the video, the different bags?
To show, what's it called? Wait, what was the?
Sorry. If we wanted to use the decomposition experiment as a source.
What's it called? We could say that the ones with like the soil was decomposed more than others had the and the ones with no soil had less like decomposition things in it and had less bacteria, and the cheese just got moldy and it turned a different color.
Nice. And you even backed it up with observations. And last thing, you can cite like two different sources in one point. For example, in the decomposition experiment, I saw that the plants or whatever started to break down. When we read this article, I saw that it broke down because, or something like that, right? You can finish your point with another piece of evidence. And last thing, and then lunchtime.
Like the food web, and it's like the ocean ecosystem.
Yeah. You can even tie it to another source. If you're able to tie sources together and back to your point, +1 for you, brownie points.
Yeah.